It's a massive show this week. Plenty of chaos. Segment 1 is just off its head. Nobby comes in with a new call. The head coach hunt at Carlton, and we get Wall to break down the budget for dummies. What else do we have, Daisy?
I'm confused about you talking all things OnlyFans as well as football. I'm not sure where this is going to go, but there's plenty of it.
And if you ever want to hear a story about cruises, a hallway, and some women's clothing, please stay tuned because Tommy has it all.
Geez, these blokes are sick, and the show is quite sick. Tune in. Welcome back to the Aces AFL show. It's the preview. The boys are on fire with the review. Wall is going to break down the budget later. Daisy has been red hot all week, Mr. Worldwide. And we have Nobby coming in with a new concept that I haven't told the boys about. We've taken your feedback on board. No guests this week. Let the boys absolutely shine. How are you, fellas?
Geez, you're up and about.
I know, you're up and about.
I heard that I might be getting sacked from the host, so good luck doing that, Wall.
What's Nobby's new concept?
Yeah.
Sell houses?
Well, I don't.
Oh, shit, mate. You won't want to be listening to what I have to say.
Do something. I do see him in the corner and he's got the full kit on, so we'll bring him in. He's just arrived. He's found his way with it's hard to get a park out the front, especially
Mate,
the way
speaking of car parking, now I've got a gripe.
Me too.
I've got a photo. Off the top.
Yeah.
Now, I was running a little bit late this morning. I'll let you boys know.
4 minutes.
I was 4 minutes late, but I hate being
Jeez,
tardy.
you look good driving with the Porsche.
Anyway, I've pulled up. There's a
stylish.
six car park area, and we'll flash up the photo because I sent it through to Morgs. Tommy has parked, so you can't park in front of him. The car in front has parked 3/4 of the way ahead, and then 3/4 of the way ahead again.
The most annoying.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about, it doesn't take much to tick me off, but that has started the day and the pod just with a little bit of the handbrake on.
And there's 3/5 of bugger all parks out there regardless.
So I'm late. I'm already on edge, and that's just pushed me over a little bit.
I saw you try to
fucking work it out, Tom.
So you're saying it's my fault?
Oh, it is your fault.
Are you kidding? I'll tell you what happened. There was a bloody Barina in front. There was 3 Barinas and then they left. So what happened was Johnny the Jeep at the back now looks like the bloke that hasn't moved up because I squeezed in.
3 Barinas in a row.
There was 3 Barinas. There was Jeep, Barina, and then 2 Barinas left. And the one in the middle has now left a gap for no cars, especially a Porsche. The what do you call it? The Cayenne Pepper. What's that one called?
Cayenne Pepper.
The Cayenne
The
Pepper.
V8 Cayenne
I
Pepper.
saw you trying to roll in. I said, you had absolutely no chance
Anyway,
of squeezing that in.
we're coming from a long way back to start.
Yeah.
but
Oh, that's good.
I
There's
need
nothing
you- I
that
need you to
pisses me
lift.
off.
I need you to lift.
Also, trying to get a park around.
Oh,
I went down to a
Abbotsford.
pub last night in Paran. Just could not get a park. So you park illegally and you pray you don't get one.
Did you get a ticket?
Didn't get a ticket.
I got a
Too
ticket
sharp.
on Mother's Day. Took my mum out in Torquay. 2-hour parking zone. The park's in front, like it was a car park where I parked and the other side, all 2 hours. The one that I parked in, half an hour. Give us a spell. It's a bear trap.
Mother's Day.
$102. How much?
Yeah, it was $102, so I left it on mum's bench.
That's inflation too.
Well, I said I can take the flowers and the vase back, or you can pay that.
Happy Mother's Day, darling. All right, well, let's moving fast. We've got plenty to get through today.
Get
as
the
I said.
knob in here.
Come on, Knob. Get in here. The knob.
Hello, mate.
Great man. Fist bumps, brother. Have a seat.
Apologies about the
last few weeks. How are we, boys?
The house gag. I didn't realise you were in here.
No, that's okay, mate. That's fair enough. The budget's put a bit of pressure on everyone, hasn't it? I've been wearing 2 pairs of socks and 2 hoodies rather than put the heat on the last couple of days, that's for sure. But no, we've got it done. Hopefully, it can sell a couple of sheds this week, and we'll go from there, boys. What's news?
Mate. Well, we haven't told them what we've done today, have
Nah.
we? So I'm actually quite excited. So we've come up with the concept with the calls, and after 9 weeks, we thought let's mix it up a little bit. So, do you want to give them a little bit of a? Should we even tell them what's going on, or just do the call?
Oh,
Nah, just give us the call.
give us a
We'll
call,
figure
mate.
it out.
Happy to do the
I'll give
call.
you
Yeah,
And if we
give us
can't
some
figure it
feedback.
out, then you have to tell us.
Maybe one bit of one bit of context.
None.
Okay.
Raw dog it.
Wait, no,
Raw
it's
dog.
raw dog. It is. It's a topical thing this week, guys. So,
All right.
as we huddle around, we're set to go for Carlton's new head coach handicap, the 7th edition in 18 years, Daisy. And there's a couple of old foxes, couple of 10-year-old greys in here, let me tell you, and a couple of new starters. But they're out with a bang. The previous 5 coaches since 2016, but the new field looks strong with plenty of new and used coaches ready to go. Oh, what's happened here? It's Brendan Propeller put his hand up for the job and said, what's a new equivalent of a brown paper bag in the new digital economy? If you give me one of those, I'll think about it. Come on, Fev, it's not 2001. Then Dennis Pagan got a tap on the shoulder to run it back and see if he can make amends this time around. He said, piss off, I'm a horse trainer and wouldn't train Carlton if it was Black Caviar's offspring. Better look elsewhere. But seriously, would you believe there's some real candidates for the job? Hayden Skipworth touted as highly as any in a crowd favourite, but not sure he wants to leave an actual big club to coach in front of 20,000 on a Sunday afternoon. James Kelly's in the mix and interviewed well, and he said, at least I've had some experience at Essendon, so I know how to manage the people who truly run a similar club. It's the coterie groups, he said. Sorry, I mean the fans. Kane Corns made headlines this week, declaring Justin Longmuir the main man. That makes a lot of sense to me. I'd leave a club with a 6-year premiership window too and go and coach this job. Why didn't I think of that earlier, Corn? Buckley's still playing hard to get with Tasmania, so is Swipe left on the AFL coach's Tinder app, but something tells me he's not a lock for the job down on the Apple Hole. We'll come back to that one later. 200 to go, and speaking of Tassie, isn't Ken Higley on his toes now, playing him off with the Blues job with better swagger than Robert Downey Jr. in 2 Girls and a Guy 30 years ago? Who's it going to be, Kenny? Adam Simpson was tapped on the shoulder and had some exposure to the club this year, but was quick to point out the West Coast has already made his salad go fully grey. He's not stepping foot in that graveyard, he said. But look at this one come thrashing down the outside. How do we not see this one coming? John Longmire's jumped the fence and said, listen here, there's only one horse winning this race, a real horse. Give me the job and I'll take you to the promised land. And it was Johnny Longmire by a decent length over the rest. And what's this I hear? It's Vossy booking sale Croatia tickets with a family saying, you can all go and get stuffed. I'll see you at Brisbane next year. Bang! Bang!
Hey, take a breath.
The new concept, boys. Yeah, I do need to take a big breath there. The stutter gave me a good little breath, actually. I needed that, didn't I? But yeah.
My fucking temperature rose.
Yeah, that is as good as it gets, Knob.
Yeah,
Well
so
done.
look, we did try to improvise a couple of things. We had Mickey Malthouse ready in the crowd there, giving a couple of double birds to the club, saying I told you so, but couldn't get that one in. But
Ash Hansen was robbed at the
Ash
end.
Hansen, Josh Fraser with a caretaker's curse. I'm not sure if he'll get a look in, but
Was Brendan Bolton riding one of the horses?
it's funny you say that because I sent the script to a mate of Brendan Bolton's last night and he said, you need to get in there. Former jockey Brendan Bolton said, I'd rather drink acid than go back to that shit club. I said, I'm not going to put that.
That's probably a good filter.
So you didn't put it in?
Yeah,
No, so you didn't put it in.
Yeah, that was just a joke. It doesn't really want.
I thought the former jockey thing was quite poignant, but boys, what a week it has been for your great club days.
Incredible. Here we are again.
I mean, the only big winner here is David Parkin, like the former coaches' dinner that they have every year. Now he's got to book an extra table now. He's got a big crowd there. There's 58 living coaches of Carlton still around.
And what, 8 of them are in the last 10 years?
Yeah, correct. And they're all under 30.
Isn't it amazing though? You made good mention of it. John Longmire, like how the hell is he thrown up? Not John Longmire, sorry.
Justin Longmuir.
Justin Longmuir.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The tongue twist.
No, I totally missed that one. But he's been thrown. His hat's been thrown to the ring by
But
the cord.
he's only on 1 year rolling contracts though. So when you don't back your guy in, you have the opportunity to or potential to be poached. So.
It'd be the dumbest move in ever if it was on him to leave Fremantle with the window and what he's worked
set
so
up.
hard
What he's set
on.
up.
Yeah.
You know
And
what I mean?
even
Like
where
he's
they're
worked
sitting.
so hard to get them
Mm.
where they are. The list is prime. Like this is their year for me, but also they've got the next 3
But
to
the
4.
thing, like if they're going well at the minute, but there's no guarantees with injury and whatever. So if it goes us up at the end of the year,
Yeah,
there's a fair chance that he,
I think the club would get rid of him.
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And then
you couldn't see him putting his
But then
hand
would
up to leave.
Carlton want let's just go. Why
Be too
would
risky.
Carlton want him if he can't get it done with Fremantle and their list?
Yeah.
So it's just a silly recommendation.
It's wild. I couldn't get my head around it.
But the horse, the one that stands out is the horse or Ken Hinkley.
You reckon though? Because I look at the way the modern game's played and the sides that have impressed most. So you look at Sydney, they've just got Dean Cox for the second year coming in and they're playing a revolutionary brand of footy, the highest metres gained in the club history 2 weeks in a row. Then you look at the probably next most exciting team over the past couple of years, the Hawks, new coach coming in. Melbourne, Stephen King coming in. They've like elevated. So is it these older coaches?
Maybe Sean Grigg.
Yeah.
Sean Grigg's someone I haven't heard yet. That's someone that all the
Gold
boys.
Coast?
Well, he's at Gold Coast
Yeah.
and he was at Geelong for a fair bit.
His name hasn't been
Yeah,
even put out
Sean
there,
Grigg.
you know.
Keep your eye on that one. That's a little Trains Treasures. By the way, I've started my own little channel. Check it out. Trains Treasures.
How long do you reckon this process will go for? Like, I know, because there's 15
Well,
rounds left or 14
Well,
rounds
let's
left.
go down
There's-
Righty.
there's
How
not-
well do you know Righty?
Professionally, decently enough. Like,
How do you think he's going to go in this? Like, what from what you know,
yeah.
is he going for that youth?
So they'll obviously come up with the criteria of what they need. But I think the thing you do is, because you're first to market, you interview absolutely everyone, and then you, whether they fit your plan or whether the plan fits them, whichever way you want to go, the horse or the cart. But it has to be massive, because it has to be the right decision, because with Tassie coming in, what they do now, you can't have this process going again in 3 years' time and you've sacked another coach. This has to be the time to do it. And if they get it wrong, well, you're going to be down the bottom for a while.
And while you run a big company, if you get a coach in, are you giving him security straight away? 4 years. So that way he's got
100%. And this is back to Daisy's point about what the industry has done with those teams that are going quite well with the new coaches and the new bloods, giving them a little bit of time to breathe and relax and get into it. I think that's the better way to go than, of course, accolades, has proven that he's turned around a club and been successful for a long time. But I'm with you. Is that just to spot fill or gap fill the time for the next evolution of the coach? Those questions have to be raised. So look, they've got 15 weeks really to work it out. I'm not sure whether they announce it before the end of the year, whether they do for Carlton fans.
You'd imagine if it is announced, it'd be within the last couple of weeks.
That's what I'm saying.
They're still not going to come and be a part of it.
Be a part of it. So Joshy Fraser's got a free hit. But I see that they're going to provide security of a 4-year deal, and it's going to be someone that's up and coming, that's the new sort of style of coach who hasn't coached before. That's my personal
The interesting
view
part
on it.
about that is may have spoken to someone who was he might be in this mix, and they made a very interesting point the other day that if I was to get the opportunity to coach here, I'd be saying I want to start now or start round 15 and commence, working through these players, working through the list, because starting November 1 is actually almost too late these days. You nearly waste a year sometimes. Like there's
you're saying get them straight in so they can get to understand where everyone's at, to cut
even if
blokes,
they're not
trade them.
coaching, but like having say, you're saying on the team. Hey,
Yeah, or
I
at least
haven't
be
seen enough
involved.
of this.
That's
I haven't seen enough of this kid. Put him to half back, and I want to see what he's got for the last month.
You got to get a list manager.
That's actually,
Well, that's the.
I
Other
don't think I've seen that. A coach come in from another club just to observe the back end of a year to then make cuts at the end of the year to then start your first year.
Wait?
But I reckon
this season's done
it
anyway.
could have happened though. There could have been some stuff that we're just not exposed to.
It's a really good point though.
But yeah, again, the list management. Obviously, they got rid of their list manager too. So that list is going to be a really interesting evolution over the next 12 months because they're going to try some kids. Great game on the weekend.
The Hawthorns list
Yeah,
manager.
they're talking Hawthorn.
Yeah.
Well, let's flip it. Everyone's talked about this all week. Let's get to what is the first thing that you boys are doing if you're Michael Voss? Your first beer, your first holiday. Get yourself in that kind of Ibiza Voss kind of mode. Where are you going? You're Michael Voss. You've just finished
I love that meme so
28-year-old male dominated that.
Final of these.
Booking a holiday just straight away.
Where you going, Wilder?
Dropping the keys. I'm going overseas. I'm going somewhere warm. So going Northern Hemisphere, going to Europe, something that he, being a footballer since obviously a teenager, has never had the ability to just make a spirit of the moment decision. So you go against everything of your routine. You take the family.
Take the kids out of school.
Pull the kids out of school. So we're going away for 2 weeks. We're going somewhere where we're not going to be
Just
recognised.
the 2.
Yeah.
2 months.
2 months.
Or whatever that length of time is. I don't know how old his kids are, whether they're in secondary school or not. But
yeah.
you go for a minimum of, say, 3 weeks. You go somewhere exotic that you can't do, that's so against the grain of what you've been sort of institutionalised for the last 30 years, and go and have fun. And you're being in a place where you won't get recognised, so you can get up to whatever you want to get up to, and then just be into this new phase of his life with a bit of freedom.
Like it.
Yeah, I'm thinking super yacht in sort of the south of France.
Yeah.
Sit there and consume your body weight in white wine by day and rosé by night, and a couple of cigars off the back, and wander in and have yourself a time.
Yeah. Wander back into Australia and go, fuck, I need a job.
Still getting paid all right.
You're getting paid all right.
You know what I'd do?
What would you do?
I'd go to Collingwood and be a coach just to piss off the Carlton fans. I'd go, Craigie boy, come on, pass.
Is there a market
player.
for that?
Can I just jump in and put a Collingwood jersey on just so I can coach against Carlton for 1 week? Hey, do you reckon that could happen?
No.
No.
Imagine the boys who they saw Vossy doing high knees around that running track. Dacos walks out. What's Vossy doing here?
No, I wouldn't do that at all, but it would be funny to see Vossy. Just back to the, what is the best beer? There's always talk around the airport beer is the best beer. Now, I don't think it is, but what's your best beer?
Oh, I've got a couple. Post round of golf on a hot day beer
Oh,
because you've been walking.
That's a nice
but also, as someone that doesn't do a whole lot of hard labour, when you actually earn a beer, like if you've been in the garden or you've actually knocked something up and like a shed or something, not the bride,
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. To go in and then have like you got a bit of bloody mud and dirt on you, actually crack a nice cold Carlton draft.
I love there's a luncheon and that first one where you meet someone half an hour before the luncheon starts and you're that eager. Or luncheon.
A long lunch?
A long lunch.
A luncheon? What are you doing playing bridge?
Oh, mate, you don't know what I do on my luncheons. But but that first one, whether it's pre-midday or just that first one where there's so much.
Midday.
Mate, well, there's going to be layers to it, Days. But you're that excited.
11:30 a.m. beer.
Yeah, but you're that excited. You're like that first one and it doesn't hit the sides when it goes down. And I must admit, it is a gin and soda with a bit of cucumber. It's not a beer because I'm celiac. So that's another disclaimer. But that first one, just where you're that giddy, you've left on good terms with the broad. Like the kids are happy.
The broad, I love it. The bride and broad. I don't normally talk like that, but I will now.
No, but they're happy. That's all settled. The structure, the infrastructure's around for them to have a good day, and then you can just. Mate, this is what it takes. This is what it takes for three kids.
Fuck, you're a nerd, Wal.
Nobby, you wait,
Got
mate.
the Northeast link here.
Well, you've converted me. I'll get to you, Nobby, but you've actually, you know, my favourite moment.
What?
Is the moment I switched from my beer to my Hendrick's gin, soda, and cucumber. That one just hits the lips different.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that one's a nice
Imagine
one.
if you started there.
That's a nice one.
And then the next 30 just roll in.
Oh, yeah. What about you, Nob?
Well, this is a bit like asking
What
Pendles
about
to
you,
pick which
Nob?
one of his 432 is his favourite game because I like a beer with just about whenever. But the first one at sort of 9 a.m. of a Bucks when you leave on the bus and you've got 2 days just to your own device with the boys, that is hard to beat. And the one post-footy game is in the sheds after a win.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
could
one.
go on forever.
Yeah, but see,
Like a mixed cruiser on a Sunday, 2 days in, not bad.
I haven't had cruises for a long time. 2 days.
I was trying to lead you up the garden path. You go, yeah, that's my favourite.
Yeah, I was buying it. More of a vodka soda.
speaking of cruiser, there's a story that comes to mind of cruisers.
Talk to me.
And I'm going to throw one Tom Sheridan
story.
under the bus.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
This is sort of haunted me and my family for a long time. Now, I was lucky enough to be skipper of my under-18s team called Accountants.
You're not
and
bringing this one up,
no,
are you?
I'm going to have to bring this one up.
Oh, no.
It's fuck. It's traumatizing.
Yeah, this is bad.
But if we go back to under-18s, we've won the grand final.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Lucky, we talk about infrastructure. It's a great word. I had the house that could cater for a Mad Monday. It was quite
Get
big.
catered for an army.
And some. Anyway, I've brought the boys back, and it's one of those. There's a couple of underages like Tom, and there's a couple of guys that are 18, but we're in the four walls, we're all safe. But Tommy, being the lightweight that he was, now my mum is into fashion. Now I know this is a long wind in, but she had a bunch of clothes in my garage of hers that were just sitting there, nice, brand new clothes, waiting to transition into her wardrobe. Now, one Michael Talia, who played for the Sydney Swans and for the Dogs, and one Tommy Sheridan, about halfway through our Mad Monday celebrations, broke into my garage and started putting my mum's clothes on. Strike fucking one. So there they are in a skirt. I don't know whether you're wearing any undergarments.
I think I had me bonds on.
Yeah, you had your bonds on.
He's right up.
So not only is he in my house, my mum and dad have welcomed him into my house, he's also broken into the garage wearing her clothes. Then he proceeded to drink like a fish for the next hour, particularly pink guava cruisers.
Oh, no.
And then the next thing that one Tom Sheridan did was walk down my hallway, and obviously a young boy of, we'll call it nearly 18, vomited all over my hallway, all over my walls.
Projectile.
I'm talking sinister stuff that you don't want to see, all over the hallways. And then my mum and dad were the people, mum in particular, to find Tom.
Oh,
So here is not
Still
only
in your mum's clothes?
in my mum's clothes.
Boy.
So not only has he rearranged and redecorated my whole house, he has been caught by my mum, who's like, "Oh, Tom's such a delightful boy, wearing my clothes, rearranging my house." And then obviously had to shower him. I'm not sure mum was involved in the showering part.
I got showered. Yeah. I was throwing up like in the shower for like an hour. You missed the main part, the bedroom. I was in the bedroom, your beautiful spare room, and there's cruiser all over the bed, all over the walls. I was in a bad way. What happened was I was playing beer pong with Libba and Schroeder.
Okay.
And these Bernard's boys, they drank
Grew up on
previously. I'd never drank before. And I said, Mick, we kept losing. I said, Mick, let's go again. And geez, didn't it just hit me for 6? The old man, obviously,
How's the relationship now with the?
Well, I only see Wal's beautiful mother every now and then, and I always apologise before I say hello.
Just tip the hat.
It's just, I won't do that again. That was a learning curve, really matured since that one. It was the most embarrassing thing I've done.
Are we back to Wallace HQ coming up? Was that put out there at
Yeah,
some
no,
stage?
it was.
Yes.
They have
you
moved
welcome?
house.
I need to get that approved.
Yeah.
Yes.
As long as I wear
As long as there's no
my own clothes,
guava-
I think I'm
guava
allowed.
cruisers and no
PPE
clothes.
There's
equipment as
actually
well.
footage of that. I could get I look like Alan DeGeneres if you get it. Because at the time I bleached me blonde, I bleached me hair, so I look like Alan DeGeneres.
She did handle it quite well.
She
Your
did,
mum?
mate. She handled it that well. My old man had to come pick me up. So 50-minute call because we Riddles Creek. So 50-minute drive, sorry.
Yeah.
And he was like, was everything all right? He was that embarrassed. And then obviously last week, me and my old man went to the footy,
Yep.
and so was you and your old man as well.
Yeah.
And I don't think they've seen each other.
No, they haven't. Anyway, that's just a word of warning.
Maybe a
If you're
story
ever
time
gonna
with Wall.
Yeah.
Wall's treasures.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Oh, the main man.
Walls put his warrant out on anyone that drinks cruises.
But anyway, but I had to get the painter in and had to really sort some things out.
That brings
Anyway, we'll
back.
charge it after this.
That's
Tommy,
a good
but
one.
that was a
We'll have to
good
get some footage of that.
Mm.
Back to
Anyway, back to the run sheet.
back to
Anyway,
the-
let's go.
Yeah.
Go straight in. I'll take over. I've done
No,
enough.
no,
digress.
one more on Vossy because we're going to
Okay.
can do. We're on fire here, boys. One move, you're not Vossy, sorry, the new head coach,
Gosh, Fraser.
Fraser. What's the one? What do you say
TV
his name?
series.
Fraser.
Fraser.
Oh, Same head, different haircut. You get that one, Walt?
Yeah.
Straight through the keeper. What's the one move you're making? Daisy did his team a couple of weeks ago, and geez, what a post. I love seeing the comments still fly through. But just one move that you're going to do this week. If you're head coach, you're going up against the Dogs, one thing that you can show the fans, this is how we're going to play for the next month or so.
Corpse out of fullback,
Oh, that's good. Get in the guts.
wherever they go.
Who's kicking them? Sad.
Anyone.
Yeah.
Mitch McGovern just kicking as a Jacob Wiedering. He put that big quad through it. End at 50.
I
that
wouldn't
way,
want him
minimum.
kicking in. I want a bigger leg. I don't think you can kick it as far
The
as.
coach's nightmare was the eject button, just where you just eject it with a handball. Like you,
Yeah, just inside.
just
Yeah.
eject it.
Yeah.
Eject it. So same
Forward.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Forward
forward.
handballs.
So torp it out
manic.
at full back, and then there's a contest, and then just eject it forward.
Yeah.
I want more run on, more just chaos footy
Yeah.
where the kids are having fun.
Yeah.
It's lunchtime footy,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it, just chaos. Get the ball in play.
Yeah.
You?
I don't know. I got no answers, to be honest. I think they're fucked.
Christ.
I was just thinking about last
If you're looking to
week,
be
I thought-
educated on this show,
just,
just
yeah.
hold the phone.
Honestly.
I'm making in torps. You handball it to no one. And you know, this would be
What do you got for us, not?
Well, the only move I'd make is stay out of Bevo's press conference if they get done with the caretaker's curse.
Oh.
Because could you imagine him barrel chesting in there and being filthy? Tommy Morris in that press conference. That spray you got a couple of years ago
Oh,
would
that
look
would be
minor
good.
compared
That
to
was
what you
brilliant.
might get this
You
week.
know
if
you,
you-
Tom.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still remember.
yeah.
Anyway.
Muckrake and trash or
Yeah.
something like that, wasn't it?
Anyway,
Speaking of bench press, what does he throw around?
Evo.
Yeah.
he loves a rower. He loves a rower just with hours on the
Fuck,
rower.
he's got a big chest,
You
so
got
he
a big
hasn't
chest
really.
for a roller.
Yeah.
What's he
I've
do it
done it.
backwards? What's he
No,
rolling?
he's a rigor mortis. He's a big lad, and he always wears a tight little polo too.
Still, the vision of that guy, I don't think it is Bevo. The one that looks
Gets
like
me
him.
every
It
time.
looks- you reckon
you know
any
his
time
son?
that-
Hey, no,
It's so funny.
you know, it's
man.
funny because my wife goes, "What was Bevo doing?"
Yeah.
like she
It's hard.
literally thought it was. And I'm
Is
like,
that his son?
Nah, it's just a random.
But just someone that looks like Bevo, I think.
Oh,
Shit.
right.
But just like the mannerisms and
It's
everything.
That's at
Unbelievable.
Bond's wedding, though, isn't it? I thought that footage was from Bond's wedding.
I think you've got caught.
I think I
there.
bought into it.
Bond's wedding was 6 months ago. If Bevo's doing that,
If he's going that hard on the D floor, like
I love it.
sweating and that.
Great. But yeah, but to think that the wife and mum thought that was actually Bevo. So
Oh, well, this
Good
has
vision.
been an amazing Inglewood coffee. What's brewing? By the way, Inglewood, one of the best. I brought some new beans into the studio,
Oh,
so
well, they're
hopefully
big
they
light
last
on,
the
yeah,
test
right.
of time.
Which one's your favourite, Dave?
On the Roosevelt.
Have you taken any beans from the set yet?
No,
Well,
wouldn't
you
mind
might
a
as
couple.
well. You
Don't
might
do
as
that.
well because everyone
Take
else
whatever you want
has.
from the set, mate. A tally.
Yeah.
A couple of jumpers.
You
Couple
wanna-
of footy, you can do some hot hands if you want.
If you want
Take
some,
that Essendon
A
jumper.
reverse rower.
if you want,
Be good to know what
Work out
that
how
feels
it
like
works.
wearing.
if you want some beans, Aces at discount inglewoodcoffeeroses.com. You get 50% off your beans, and they are the best in the business. Now,
Lord,
one
yeah,
more,
well,
boys. One more. Whoa, what the bloody hell does this budget mean? Break it
Serious
down
chat.
for a dummy like me, would you?
Nah, so I think No, the biggest thing to come out of it is the government has backflipped on one of their promises, which is you talk about a government that you can trust. Well, I think that's gone out the wayside because the counter argument is, okay, they're up to date with the modern changes in time and trying to do what's best for the people.
40 seconds.
But the three biggest thing is capital gains discount. So when you're selling an asset, there was a discount of the 50% of the gain, which you didn't pay capital gains on. That's now gone. So 500 grand property you bought for, sold it for $1 million. You only paid tax on the top 250 grand. Now it's on the full 500. So that's no good. Yeah. Negative gearing. Do you know what negative gearing is? It's where you obviously take out a loan and then the interest payments are greater than the rent that you receive. That's no longer claimable.
So you could claim the gap.
Yeah, you could claim the gap, no longer. And that was the biggest contentious point because they'll never go back on that. And then the tax on the family trust, which is a big one in my household. The trust was a vehicle to do income splitting. So if you had a family, you had a spouse, you could give them some of the income that the trust earned as an entity, and then they will be charged as you go through the tax rates.
Brackets.
Now, you can't do it, or you can, but there's a 30% tax on that vehicle before it even gets there.
Are we the most taxed state in the world?
100%.
Not really.
There is a northern country that's taxed more, but no, we are. But what shits me is if you do have an investment property, and you probably could talk to this, what you're doing to try and create wealth there, obviously the capital gains discounts stuffed you. Land tax is going through the roof, so they either want you to sell and then you can pay the capital gains, or cop it and pay the expenses to hold on to the asset, which is a massive bill now.
But so the whole thing was to try and get more people in the market and to have people stop buying houses or who have bought houses to stop having them. Yep. But it doesn't start until the start of next year. So if you've got 10 properties, you're exempt from everything that you paid for the house to what it's worth to this current time, and then you pay the new laws on that as of next year.
Yep.
So it's effectively just screwing the same people that want to get back into the market.
Oh, but
if you're in the market, you're fine. If you're trying to get in, you're still cooked.
If you took of anything that I've just spoken about, and there's a lot of different layers to it, but the government are trying to revenue raise on infrastructure that's been built, that they've built for small businesses and people owning properties, which is just a contradiction to why it's in there in the first place.
I can cop the fact that we've got great healthcare. You go to the hospital, you don't have to pay, all this sort of stuff. Fantastic. But if I hit one more fucking pothole on the road that's the size of honestly, that hole that came up in North Heidelberg because the tunnel was going underneath, every road you drive on's got a 2-foot pothole.
Yeah.
It feels like you're on the Lethal Weapon just driving down Bell Street, Preston.
But I could cop, if you weren't paying tax on it, I could cop it. Absolutely. Lock the bloody Navara in 4x4 and off I went. The fact that you're giving all your cash to these bastards and the roads are still bloody horrific. It's like,
did you say you don't pay for healthcare? When I had my episode, I paid about $4,000 for every test. Brain scan, heart scan. It wasn't cheap for the train, I tell you. That's why I'm doing extra podcast.
Couple of veneers as well.
Couple of veneers.
I can see the price going up.
I can see the price going up for the chompers. Are they discounted chompers work yet or what?
Per square metre of veneer.
That's in the next budget.
I missed that one. Yeah, that wasn't loud enough.
Anyway, good update.
Anyway,
that's fantastic, Wal.
The government are trying to fuck us.
I told Morgs, let him go.
I've had enough.
Tell me if I'm correct here. I don't look into this stuff too much, but essentially a lot of houses will start to decrease in value and a rent market will go through that roof because people can't afford a house.
Yes and no. It's a
more so.
No, but people will be forced to make decisions, and whether that's hold and pay extra land tax or sell, cop a capital gains tax, and then obviously what they're trying to do is improve the availability for first home buyers to buy a home. Whether that works or not, we'll wait and see. Young people aren't investing in houses anymore. They're buying stocks. They're buying EFTs. They're doing things to create income.
Buying sheds.
They're buying
sheds, OnlyFans, all that sort of stuff.
I saw Packer just invested in OnlyFans. Didn't they just sell a chunk for $3 billion? Yeah. Not him, but the OnlyFans, the guy that set it up. Yeah, no. Sliced 20% off for $3 billion. What a setup.
Straight off the top.
I have no idea about the current budget, but tell us about OnlyFans, and all of a sudden we got an expert on our hands. You're a sex pest.
Don't tell me that. Just a horny bastard. I just read, I got a little letter of intent. You guys should check it out. You sign up to Letter of Intent, and it gives you all the stuff that's going on in the world. BC, stock market, Bitcoin,
hit
everything.
that bell. I'm getting
Oh, that
dumber
might be
by the
seg one.
minute.
That might be seg one. It's not really my cup of tea, that kind of stuff. Stick to Rixie's lattes with Inglewood and talking about Carlton. All right, so that's all we've got. We'll throw to the ad, and when we come back, we've got plenty more. Don't you worry about that. Hot start.
StatMate makes AFL player stats easy. At the click of a button, you can discover insights like you've never seen before. Disposals and goals to fantasy points, how a player performs at a certain venue, or even when a teammate is out through injury, StatMate has you covered. Don't waste your time. Become an expert in just a few taps of a button. AFL player stats and insights thanks to your new best mate. Download StatMate for free today.
Welcome back, Aces AFL show. Hot start, Nobby with the race call for the next head coach at Carlton. Wall with the classic. I'll get the photo for you, Wall, so you can remind people. And Daisy just red hot, throwing me under the bus there early. Bit of OnlyFans action. Who would have thought that would happen on a Thursday morning? Righto, let's go back to the Aces clubhouse. I forgot to mention that was Archer Bloom who mentioned if you were Carlton's new head coach, what would your first change be? We've got another one here from njamesi_. And I want to mention this one to the clubhouse. Thank you. We love all your new ideas. We're going to bring them in every single week. Boys, just on the flow of Vossy and, what he would do, because he's coached twice now, and more so for yourselves, but, commentary, heavily involved in the AFL, run the family business, CEO of Droneland. If you had to pick an entirely new career tomorrow, what would you boys pick if you were Voss and yourself?
I've got a mate who's last year got his ticket to be on the Challenger World Tour, pretty much the DP World Tour. I'd go and caddy for him.
Nice.
Full-time caddy. I'd love that.
I would love something that drags you around the world. So golf, I think surfing, in all theory is something awesome where you go to the best beaches in the world. I love going to the beach. You tour the world, you get paid well. You're obviously in the surf. I just think, or golf, something that takes you around something to do with sport, because I love sport, I love being active. It'd be something, and this is very genuine.
Are you
answer.
saying, though, you get to, be pro at it straight away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Golf?
Yeah, okay, well, probably.
Well, it needs to be realistic. So it's like you get the job. They're not so much golf, more like that caddy
I
role.
would actually be the caddy, yeah.
Yes.
You're not going to walk onto the world tour of surfing.
Yeah. You're not going to be, the next LeBron, but you might be able to be the property man at Lakers. You know what I mean?
That's good.
Yeah, no, I like it. Caddy's a good one because, again, that drags you. It'd be cool even owning, owning a company that has, say, yachts in the. That's
exactly where I was thinking for you.
Own yachts, and then you take groups of people on awesome tours around Europe or awesome tours around the Caribbean.
It's a hard gig, that though. I did not sail Croatia. It was the yacht week, so it wasn't the sails. But the bloke that was our, whatever you call it, skipper, mate, he was sleeping in the boat, and it was like this little, you just pull, at the front of the boat, he'd pull it up. It was like a coffin. Yeah. Had no aircon, and he'd be in there, he'd go to sleep, wake up, then he's got to be the first one up, he's got to set it up, he's got to clean the boat.
I think while I was talking maybe slightly bigger
okay,
boats.
Yeah, but you can build
Stewie, his name was Big Stewie.
You can build on this, though, because if you go build that out, okay, well, it's a resort-like yacht, and then there's obviously things like fishing that you can do. I love fishing. So there's different aspects. And this is for those who are lucky enough to can afford it.
So Wall's idea.
I'm really playing into that.
Wall's ideal new career is to turn into Jeff Bezos' bitch. Wouldn't that be fucking fun? I'm Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos' fishing coach.
Mate, if it pays well, fuck, I'll do it.
Jeff Bezos' mentor.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do, Tom?
I'd be a player manager in the NFL, I reckon, for a big dog, wide receiver.
I watched Jerry Maguire last night.
Jerry Maguire. I reckon I'd play the role well. I'd need me accreditation.
Show me the money.
Do it again.
No, you do it again, mate. You're the one that wants to be it.
That was the best. Show me the money I've seen. I reckon I'd turn into Jerry Maguire. There you go. There's some great work from the clubhouse. Now we don't just skip over the good ones. There's obviously some aces in the wild, and they'll win themselves a little prize. And we're loving the comments. YouTube, Spotify, all over the socials. Benny and Morgs are doing a great job with Lock out the back, combining your best work to then show Daisy, Wall and I. And Daisy, you got a few there off the top for us.
Yeah, this one was a story you told on the hotline about Ross Lyon, saying that he called you soft as tissue paper. Benos.oz on Instagram says, Tommy talks with Ross, when is it?
Ooh,
That'd be
someone
good.
mentioned that. Jimmy actually mentioned that the other day.
He followed it up with Trono might need a psych in the room.
And a bodyguard.
And about Train's Treasures post, or Jesus Christ, this is from Tommy Boozman on TikTok. Jesus Christ, Ross Lyon. He actually says Ruse Lyon, but he made a spelling mistake. Ross Lyon lives free in this bloke's head 24/7.
Yeah, you meant to say lives rent free. Tommy Boozman, stay off the booze. Maybe, get back to
handle-
school, son.
Well, this is, I got one from Jibber's Hot Sauce on Instagram. Now, this is
Some of the hottest and the best sauce in the business.
This is
Jibber.
off the back of how much does Pendles get for his selling his Guernsey.
Oh,
And
I'm
it
just
was-
looking at this now.
Bit of sauce on the jacket there, Tommy. And if we look at the hygiene and Tommy, look at that.
Oh,
If
that's
you
the
can see
number
that
one rated
image.
show this year, and I've got Jibber's hot sauce all over the right breast. How good's that from Jibber? Hey,
Well spotted,
Jeez, that's
Jibber.
a disgrace. I haven't
That
worn
is.
that jacket for a while. I just got that one in Gather Round. I have to give that a wash. What else we got here? Got one from Smoko Babu on TikTok. I mean, bro had a point on behalf of Daisy receiving feedback from his assistant coach. Jeez, that's a bit harsh,
That's true.
Daisy.
That's between
I mean,
the eyes.
bro had a point. And then another one from Chriso22. To be fair, the Carlton version of Daisy was a bog average player.
Best on ground average.
Wow.
Appreciate it.
It is. There's a few full stops in
Probably
there.
still 3 times the player you and I were,
And
Chriso.
then this is obviously from Matty on TikTok. What does carrying on like a pork chop mean? Put a pork chop in the frying pan and you'll have your answer 100%.
Yeah, so no, well, that's what I thought, like the spitting of the,
Yeah,
the chop.
and I must
fat.
apologise. I said, Daisy, please do this video for TikTok. It'll fly. We had 4,000 views. So back to the drawing board for the train. Maybe stick to
we
train
need to put,
treasures.
we need to put that Subway surfer at the bottom of it.
Yes, the Subway Surfer.
the
Jeez,
Subway Surfer.
isn't those clips just going viral? Maybe we put it around our best today. A bit of Subway Surfer action.
Like it.
Let's go a quick
It's
look.
so-
Actually, you know
it's
what?
so
Are you boys in for this game? Just us three? $100, right? You got to guess the amount of views between now and next week on our Subway Surfer video. Closest to gets the other 100 from each other. Are you boys in?
Well, I got to know, you're across all the numbers.
No, no. Well, no.
This is the easiest rig game of all time.
No. This is an organic thing. This could go.
Right.
This could flop. This
So
could go
from
well.
today's-
From the post that we put out today, we're going to put the Subway Surfer underneath, like this trend that's going on. How many views
What do we usually
on our
get?
our best clip?
121,000.
121 from Walt.
Go hard, guys. Go hard.
Come on,
15,000.
15,000. Daisy's because it's our best clip. We average about 40 to 50.
Well, I asked you that 10 seconds ago.
Okay, well, I'll give you another chance. Give you another
context is not
chance.
needed. I've got a big window there.
Yeah,
I'm
that
going well.
Yeah, I might just go 120 just for low. So I'm right in the sweet spot. Can't
You
lose.
go first.
I'm going to go big. 152.
Okay.
Go 100, then we're 20 a bit.
I'll go 120.
All right, beautiful. Put it out there. Let's have some fun.
this betting.
Get involved in YouTube as well if you think the clip will go well.
So
You don't
have
even
I
know what
got
the
the
clip
unders?
is. You're on the lowest one at 120. So anything below, you win.
Yeah, so
anything
nobody-
above,
Nobody watch it.
if it tips over, Daisy's
Just a shout out for everyone. If you're watching this, turn off now.
Sorry, boys, carrying on a bit. Right, let's get back to the show. Let's talk a little bit of footy. We're all here. It's a footy show. The banter's been solid, though. Let's break down some big games. Before we start, Daisy, let's talk a little bit of Carlton. You said they were relative to Brisbane. I'll have to follow you up on that point.
So we sort of touched off it in the opening segment, I think it was. Who would have known? But 8 years ago, so Carlton and Brisbane in similar spots. We beat Essendon to go 1-7, a game that I played in at 29-8 inside for rebound 50s.
Send
Not
that
the
to
point.
Smoke a Boo on TikTok.
So we beat Essendon. We went 1-7 to start the 2018 season. The Lions lost to the Dogs and they started the year 0-8. So I did these numbers yesterday on the midweek rub. You fast forward 8 years, there's only 2 players that played for Carlton that day that are still on the list and 9 remain from the Brisbane Lions. In those 8 years, Carlton's had 3 coaches. They've only been to the finals twice. They've won 2 finals. They've won a wooden spoon, never been to a grand final, never won a premiership. The Lions haven't sacked a coach. They've been to 7 finals. They've won 12, 0 wooden spoons, 3 times to a grand final, won 2 premierships. That's why this has to be the most important and correct decision that the Blues have made in a long, long time.
It's scary. They can't stuff this one up, can they?
Yeah,
Bob?
let's put
But if you get it right,
let's put the
there's-
opportunity, optimistic hat on. Like
Yes.
if you get it right, you're got a blank canvas. You can start again, and you talk about culture, and you could talk to Carlton's culture a little bit more. But if you get a coach that comes in and sets a standard and sets a foundation, you talk about a 4-term year deal that we were speaking of before. The opportunity and the optimism that person could have and influence the group, mate, please be excited as a Carlton fan as what it could be,
Yeah.
not
Don't
what you are
death
in.
ride 'em.
Yeah.
Let's get to the games this week. What gives you the tingles, boys? What's exciting you? What game of the round, you're going to be glued to? I love they got the double header again Friday. How good's that? Bill Buckley will love that one. Old Bug Eyes. You can watch both games at the same time.
Bug eyes.
What excites you this week?
I'm actually going to my old mob versus the Blues. The Doggies broke a 4-game losing streak last week. Great game against Port.
Oh, what a game that was.
Great game. And I think 4 of the last 5 have gone the way of the Dogs with an average winning margin of 14.5 points. But there's just this weight off this week for the Carlton Footy Club. And we spoke about them torping and them ejecting with handball. And I think they've got a freedom to approach this. Whether the weight of the week and what's happened, what's transpired plays on their minds and the way they play, I just feel like it's going to be interesting viewing. Tim English is a big out for the Bulldogs. In terms of, their centre clearance dominance and stoppage dominance around the ground. But anything could happen. I think the win rate off the back of a new coach is 41%. So it's a fair chance. It's nearly a 50-50 split.
Which is big considering usually they're the crap sides.
And Carlton looked pretty good against the Premiers last week. So it'd be a team that you're taking over that's actually better than probably most of those sides.
Yeah. So interesting at the selection table, how Carlton go, whether they unchange or make a few changes. But I'm just interested to see how it falls out. I know the Bulldogs do not play as well when Tim English isn't in that side, but you still got some superstars in the Bonton stuff who are pulling their fingers out every week and overproducing. So I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going to play in the Prophet Propeller later on in that game.
That.
So just hold the phone on that one.
I'm still pissed off with the Hewitt scenario. It makes me sick how he wasn't playing. He come back in. How good did Cripper look?
Yeah.
You see how good he looked?
Yeah, because he had a bit of help.
Exactly. Yeah, probably at stoppage, you probably had some leadership. But it just pisses me off that I still don't know what happened there. I'll find out. I'm sure it'll come out. But it annoys me because that's that footy politics where it's like if he plays maybe one or two, it's the scenario is not the same. You might have a different, I don't know, it might be a different outlook on the year. But just the player is and the person is, I don't understand it. And I don't think anyone will because he's one of those guys that will just move on and leave what happened inside the 4 walls.
Yeah.
But geez, he looked good in there and he made everyone else around him look good. So I'm worried about the Bulldogs this week. I reckon this could be a real close game.
Yeah, and to this point, like we spoke about freedom, this is the paradox. Do you tag? So as Josh Fraser coming in, does he try and quell,
You've got to go
Bont's
to Bont.
influence?
He's the
But
best
do you
player.
put Hewitt to Bont? We talk about Bailey Dale off the halfback flank. Do they throw a negative sort of forward roll? Or do you go the other way and just throw all your chips in and start torping and ejecting with handball?
That's why it's a little bit of a
Suck and see.
or banana peel game for the Dogs because they might not know what the ball movement's going to look like, how they play. You can scout Carlton for what they've done, but that could be completely different. So there's some intrigue around that. I did a podcast last night with these young kids called In the Bag, a couple of up-and-coming little podcasting stars. The young fella threw to me, he goes, do you think there'll be dead cat bounce from the Blues? And I said, sorry, you'll have to explain that to me. Apparently it's a term from over in England about the spike you get from a new coach coming in. So a dead cat bounce.
Is that what it's called?
That's what it's called.
Why is it
yeah.
called
It's-
a dead cat bounce?
Well, I don't
no
know.
idea.
Oh, yeah. If the dead cat bounces up and then runs away. Not sure.
Oh, the cat's got 9 lives, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. That's incredible. So,
Let us know in the comments.
yeah. No, well, look it up yourself. But the little phrase that I might be throwing around a little bit more. Game of the rounding, I'm going to Cats Lions.
Yeah.
Purely for the fact that the Lions need to pull their fingers out and actually start
Not
rolling.
flying either.
Not flying, not even close to. I think you were saying before, well, they've only beaten, or the sides inside the 8 currently, it's only
Adelaide that they've beaten.
Which-
and they've lost to Sydney Dogs and Melbourne. So,
and were challenged by the Blues, who've been hopeless. So that's a massive watch for them because I think we're all sitting here waiting for them to get in the third gear.
Big ins as well for Geelong. Big ins, a lot of leadership.
a quick one. There's been a fair bit of dialogue around the grand final rematch. Now, speaking of a grand final rematch now in the middle of May, it's got no sort of weight to it.
Do you like that? Yeah, sorry.
Do you like the theory of pushing it to the opening round
Yes.
Thursday night?
Yes.
Or do you like there has to be
NFL model?
NFL model? Because I
We
know
did
they've
that-
released that this
Didn't we
morning.
do that with the Dogs and the D's though, straight out of COVID on a Wednesday? And it was crap.
Well, the only other thing out of
But
COVID.
you could do it Thursday night now because I think the Blues and Tigs have been reported as losing that fixture.
Yeah, I don't mind it being round 2 or 3 because then you get a bit of a
Gather round.
start.
Yeah.
Even gather
Nah,
round.
gather round wouldn't be. I'd rather it at a home deck. Like bring Brisbane deserves to have it at the Gabba.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? They
then-
won the premiership.
Then
so
do
you
the
come up and
unveiling of the flag and those sorts
That's,
of things.
that's
as
what I
well.
think, but make it spicy. Like, obviously, there's going to be some
Bit of hot
hate.
sauce.
what are we,
hot
round
sauce.
10?
Yeah, round 10.
11?
But like, talking about a grand final rematch, like, oh shit, there's so much that's transpired. There's different teams, game plans evolved. But if you can just leverage it from an AFL perspective and a club and supporter land perspective, put it early in the year, build it up, make it something big, because I think they've just missed the mark on this one.
Just quickly before we skip on, because we spoke about the game, are you tipping Dogs or Carlton?
No, I'm going the Dogs.
You're going Dogs. So you're going like 59%.
The line on point spread's 11.5 points, so it's just there or thereabouts, but I reckon they're going to get it done.
Daisy?
I'm going the Blues.
Ooh.
Dead cat bounce.
They'd get bounced. They're going to bounce back like a stock when it goes down. You get on it.
While we're on the Carlton
I'm going to go Dogs.
team,
No worries. Well,
there's a couple of betting markets that, have you not?
no, you go. I want to know these betting markets because
No,
they're on fire lately, these
No, they
ones.
are.
from
And this
PointsBet.
is the Carlton betting markets, and there's a few curly ones in here. So second half gold. For Carlton to win their next 4 second halves, you can get $41, which,
Say that again.
yeah, so for Carlton to win their next 4 second halves, so half time, they win their next 4, which is
Which is what they did last week.
what they did
So
last week.
4 in a row. So
Four
4 rounds in a row.
So you get $41.
They got Port, the Cats, and Essendon.
Fuck, that's not a bad bet,
That
that.
is a-
Because
with the Dogs
even
as
if
well.
they're down, yeah, I like.
So even last week,
They
Dogs
just
lost
got
the
to
last half
outscore your opponent in the second
in
half.
the second half.
Right.
And there's a fair bit
41.
of juice. Yeah,
That's
there's a bit
actually
of
really
juice.
nice. We should have a punters club bet on that.
Now, you mentioned the opponents,
Mhm.
$6.50 to win 3 out of 4.
Who they got again? Dogs,
Dogs,
Port, Essendon, and who?
The Cats.
the Cats.
Ugh.
Win their next 2 games, $7.50.
I like the 2.
To lose their next 4 games is $7.50.
I like
Nah, they
that.
win 1.
I like that.
Or do they beat the Bombers?
No,
I hope
I'm tipping
not.
them to beat the Dogs. So
And then to get your 41s as well, for them to win the next 3.
Well, if you're a Carlton fan and you're a Fraser fan or Fraser, as I said earlier,
Josh
that is
Fraser.
your market. Check
Mm.
that one out. Daisy, you just mentioned the grand final rematch. Who
Yep.
you tipping?
I'm tipping the Lions.
Oh, at home. Nice.
Yeah, Lions.
I'm going to go with me Cats boys
Oh, yeah.
for a bounce back. I reckon Mullen will go to, I would put him to Ashcroft, even though Lockie Neal's flying. I would put Lockie on someone that can run just because it's like, you want to beat me on the inside or outside, just win that contest. I would have Shannon Neal bounce back on Harris Andrews, and Jezza Cameron gets to play a full game. And I just think they might be able to keep it closer. And the way that the Cats are going at the moment, I reckon they'll be right in it. So I'm going to lean Cats.
Can
In
I
an
I'll
upset.
give you some data though. So
Please.
Cats lost to Gold Coast away
Mm-hmm.
interstate, 56 points. That was a loss.
Round 1, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then they went and
Zero.
got their pants pulled down by Port
Mm.
away
But then they smacked North by 50 in response.
at home.
They smacked
at home,
Collingwood at the G
home.
by 50.
Yeah, but this is all within Victoria. They're not travelling well.
Traveling like prawn milkshakes.
Travelling like prawn milkshakes.
I know what you mean.
So do you think they're going to turn around against Brisbane and the Gabba?
This one has more to it. There's a bit of scar tissue.
I think you talk about clubs under pressure. They want to do something because they don't want to be known as not travelling well teams. And then there's a pressure and there's another element every time they go interstate.
If
So
Brisbane were humming, I'd go, but I reckon
They're not.
matchup wise,
Yeah.
they can keep it tighter than we think. And I'm looking forward to it. Either way, I'll
What's
be
your game
happy.
of the week, though.
North Melbourne, Adelaide. I don't think Adelaide's going that well, and I think North is starting to get pumped up in the media, which I don't like. I like them being underdogs. I went to the game last week. A couple of my mates are real big North fans. Sat behind the goals and watched North literally obliterate the Swans and not finish off, and Swans just held on. I was so flat because of our bet, Daisy. I'd love you to get the odds up for that one. It was $3 or $1.50.
Still 2 points clear.
Yeah, so Pies to finish above to finish above Kangas is what Daisy said, but I want to just see Kangas do well. And this is a game where you go to your bullies call. Are they bullies? I mean, we know they haven't really smacked a team in the top 4 yet. But if Adelaide drops this to North, you start to go, where they at?
Yep.
And if North wins, then you start to go, hang on, this is the rise. This is where they got 2 primetime games.
Tipping them.
I'm tipping North Melbourne.
I am also.
Okay, what about
That's big.
the recent history of North at Adelaide Oval?
Yeah. and Owen.
Owen 14.
I was thinking Wayne Carey and Stevens.
No, more how they travel.
You know, when he played for Adelaide? That's what I thought you were going down.
no. They haven't won an.
You remember that one when he got the ball, went for the ground ball?
It's not so much
Bang.
recent history.
They
Sorry,
haven't won an Adelaide Oval. 14 games.
I love that because the past counts for nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. History is a guide.
Although it generally
Let's go.
stacks
We can
up.
talk about politics if you want. again.
We've done a lot of Robbie Nahas Canteen Awards of late, but we're going to put the heat on a couple with Billy's jockstrap.
I got one off the top.
Go.
Anyone that plays for Essendon on the wing. because when Fremantle wingers play Essendon, they generally get Brownlow votes.
They lick their lips.
If you know what I'm talking about.
So, Tommy, have you ever got a Brownlow vote against
One
Essendon?
against Essendon.
Okay. Great segue.
History.
Yeah, that was their COVID. That was their the start of backups, but no one needs to know
what
about that.
what's history mean?
History means that I said, Pav, move out the forward line. Let me just crumb.
History means nothing.
I'm
I'm going to the Pies.
Yep.
It's going to be a big game. They go up to Sydney. They've got half a side out. Cameron now and out as well. Brody Grundy could take them apart. So for them to try and be competitive and challenge a side that he's playing unbelievably, they were horrible against the Cats. They need to bounce back, and it's not going to be easy. So Charles should be back in.
Oh, boy. Off a weak spell.
Well, I'm going to the Brisbane Geelong game. Now, we've mentioned it off the top. I just think Brisbane haven't beaten anyone in the top 8. They should get the job done against Geelong, I feel, but they need to start, making things click, because they can't keep beating up the sides below them and not take a big scalp. So the pressure's on them because, again, they're the hallmark of the competition, the benchmark, if you call it, but they still have to prove themselves against the best, and I think Geelong are.
You blokes in Billy's jockstrap. That'd be a tight jockstrap, wouldn't it?
Oof. Or would it be like those jock straps that are really frayed and like the elastic's gone? It's sort of,
The real old school ones.
Well, do you ever, like in footy, you get your Collingwood or your Carlton or your Freo budgie smugglers.
Yeah.
And you have them and you just never lose
Had them
them.
on yesterday.
Did you? But
Giants
the
Elasticity.
elasticity of them, they start to,
Nah, I know more the Bonds jocks when I played at Calder. I used to keep the same ones that was routine. Geez, they were just
hanging
weathered.
out the side every now and then. Yeah.
Started wearing your mum's outfits by the end of it. All righty.
Get my mum up out of your mouth.
Big games this week. And we're going to come back after the break, but I'm going to put it on you and I'm going to look myself in the middle. Latrell, pick it. Geez, just kick it straight, son. Had a set shot from 25 out. How hard is it to kick a goal? Anyway, boys, Propeller, enough's enough.
Oh.
Life on the line is the theme.
Yep.
Life on the line this week.
I'll do you.
When we come back after the break, you pick the best leg you've got. We don't mind losing, but go down on the best one. Don't get emotional. Don't pick your brother if it's your brother. If you're a club, don't pick your brother. Either do I. But you know what I mean, Loman, last week. Just great content. But when we come back, Propeller time. Don't go anywhere.
StatMate makes AFL player stats easy. At the click of a button, you can discover insights like you've never seen before. Disposals and goals to fantasy points, how a player performs at a certain venue, or even when a teammate is out through injury, StatMate has you covered. Don't waste your time. Become an expert in just a few taps of a button. AFL player stats and insights thanks to your new best mate. Download StatMate for free today.
Welcome back to the preview show. It's time to put a bow on this one. There's been plenty of laughs, but now it's time to get serious. It's Propeller time. 0 and 4, we're just not good enough, gents. So I think the question is, do we need to be a bit more accountable for if we go 0 from 4 to each other? Or
hard for me to point the finger. I was ready to tee off on all of yous, but then my man Latrell didn't kick a goal. So it is, you know what? It's optimism week. Is that what you told me on the phone? It's all about being optimistic.
Yeah, looking forward, mate.
And we're going to look forward this week. And before we do, we've got a new club on the Propeller. And we've got a little video here from one of the best small forwards in the SFL. Let's go to our man Strawny.
Superstar Strawny.
What's he got? Oh, look at the size of him. Looks like Nick Watson.
Strawny here from the Headland Football Club. Shout out Jaeger O'Meara, absolute ball magnet. And Expelliarmus, Nick Watson takes the piss. Get us on the Prophet Propeller.
What's
Strawny out.
The Prophet Propeller.
Do we now have a favela?
There wouldn't be much forward pressure down at the SFL, I would have thought, off the back of that.
Have you been to La Favela before?
Yeah.
La Favela. No,
In Bali. That
I haven't been to that establishment.
Please, mate, that is your type of establishment.
I went to a place on a Monday that was pumping. You'd know the place if you've been there. Don't know the name of it. Keep moving. Propeller time. Let's focus. You should know that if you've been to Bali.
Yeah, on Monday.
You should know it if you've
Someone
been
help us
there.
out. Yell it out if you know it. You're making me look silly.
Mississippi.
Nah.
Is it a pool bar or is it we're talking a club?
Who gives a Let's get to the Propeller. All right. Lock in this week. Lock in. Don't worry about Bali and all those places that you just lose your mind. Let's talk about the Propeller.
Who was it that put so we're doing a punishment if one of us misses, like that's a big punishment. But now if you just miss a leg, if your leg fails at any stage, you've got to go have a solo pint on a Monday.
Yeah, so
and just to reflect.
There was a few videos and ideas.
Yeah, I loved that one the most.
And one come through the
On
door,
a gin.
and it was a great recommendation where you have to go.
Mega pint.
It was a mate of ours, Marky
4:30.
Colley, our man Marky
Yeah.
Colley, great man. And he thought, they do it for fantasy, so Supercoach, NFL. But from now on, if you lose your leg, you have to go down to your local and just neck a pint and film yourself.
Just a bit of reflection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And it has to be in the morning. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Our mate in New York does that though with the NFL fantasy. So it has to be during the week. You just go down midweek and just neck a
or on
pint
the
and have it.
Do
And,
it on the Monday.
yep, on the Monday. And just acknowledge your poor performance.
I
Are
like
you guys happy to do that?
Yeah, whether it's a pint of beer
And
or
Wal can't drink beer, so make it a pint of beer.
a pint of something.
Pint of gin.
I think more acknowledgement. So acknowledgement of a disappointment.
Yeah.
So, and that's a
Yeah.
I won't be disappointed this week because I'm kicking it off. Josh Tracy to kick 3 or more goals, $1.83 against the Bombers.
No, I'm going to a young gun. Riley Saunders, maybe. 25 and a half touches,
The Sandman.
$1.87. He's been in rare form.
He's
He's
elite.
been getting up over the 30 touch
Mhm.
mark. He's a massive target for Tassie because he's that young person who loves
Lots
to
of
contest the
handballs
pool,
too.
loves a handball. But obviously in the absence of Libba, he's stepped up. And Joel Frazier's probably not carrying the weight that he was the year before. So watch him. I think he'll get it clearly. He's in and amongst the votes of late. So watch him to really
Come
put his mark
on,
on this one.
Riley.
Come on, Riley Sanders.
Now, trainer, I don't want you to sit there and go, I've got 3. Which one?
No,
I want
there's no
one.
three. It's just
How
one.
dare you for
Just
a goal?
one.
Sunday as well, which means the world on the shoulders.
Have you got a big Saturday night? Because I don't want you having the Sunday scaries
I'm
and
off
this.
the piss. Getting
Good.
ready for Europe. Cadman.
He's just suggested drinking a pint if we lose, but I'm
No,
off the
well,
piss.
I won't be drinking a pint because I'm going to hit every week.
Okay,
Cadman, 3 goals against West Coast. Big Jinby. He might be strong, but can he get these arms up like Big Cadman? I don't think he can. I think someone kicked 5 on him last week. Not him, but the team. I'm going to go with Cadman for 3
Okay.
over in the West.
Like it.
Finish off the propeller.
Okay.
Isn't it? You've gone for superstars, and that's your motto, isn't it?
Yeah. I'd rather lose on a star.
Mm.
So that's ours. And now it's your time to spin the propeller. I don't know what
Have
you're
you
laughing
gotten
at.
tired?
I'm just tired of losing.
Sick and tired of it.
Now spin the fucking wheel properly. Well, here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's already off the propeller. Who's going to land on it? We've got some clubs that have been there all year, some fresh clubs. The winner this week on the Prophet Propeller is going to be
on.
not the Devils. It's the, I can't read it, Daisy. You read it out.
Is the
Warriors.
Oh, I can't read it. You read it.
Whoa, read it out, Whoa. Motowari
Motowari.
Warriors.
Motowari.
That is elite.
It's that team.
It's that team right there. Here we go.
Congratulations.
The Warriors. It is time to be a Warrior this week. Really just nestle in.
Be a
Big
warrior,
show,
not a
boys.
warrior.
Been an elite show.
No, well done.
Good spin that.
Thank you.
Big spin.
Yes.
Yes.
And looking forward to who they pick. Bit of
Big
juice
spin.
on that one. What's yours? What is your legs paying?
1.83.
1.87.
Mine's 195. So hopefully some
Oh, you've
juice
got
from
the
them.
juice.
Bit of juice, bit of hot sauce.
Sauce on you.
Tell you
On
what,
your
this
jacket.
show has been
On your
red hot.
jacket.
And if you want to win some prizes, YouTube comments, Spotify comments, get involved. And don't forget the challenge that we've got. How many views will that clip get? So I'm looking forward to that one. Daisy
so
doesn't
confused.
believe in it. I do.
What?
It could be a flop. It could be a hit. We'll see. But that's been a big show. Love your work, Nobby, earlier. And you boys, thought the start was just electric.
electric.
Seg 1 was my favourite. To everyone, get in the comments. You know the drill. Best comments will be read out and you'll win a prize. But loving the buy-in. And check out Tommy Talks with Scotty Hansen. He's elite. Schedule that tomorrow for NFL. See you next week.